3 years with the Chicago Bulls, so it's kind of been inherited from generation to generation.
What type of effect did Joe have on your game?
It just taught me how to have fun, just enjoy the game. He didn't force me to play basketball. He offered me other activities, football, baseball, but basketball is the thing I enjoy to do the most. So he just kind of led me the way once I found out that's what I wanted to do.
When was it that you found out that was it? Was it from when you were a little one, or?
Well, when I was a little one, meaning 5 or 6 years old, I just enjoyed it. I saw NBA basketball, I knew what it was all about, but it never really clicked until I was about 14 years old. I said, okay, this is what I want to do for a profession.
When you were younger, did you enjoy other sports as well as basketball?
I love football. I love football. I mean, I was a short guy. I was a little guy, one of the little fellas. I didn't hit a growth spurt since I was in 8th grade. So when I played football, I used to be the running back. That stopped.
So does that mean that perhaps your favourite players were footballers more so than basketballers?
Oh, yeah. Well, one of my favorite athletes is Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith, football players in the U.S. One plays for the Detroit Lions, the other one Dallas Cowboys. So I look up to them as well.
What about in basketball, though? Your heroes when you were growing up, I mean, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they were coming to prominence around the time when you were little. Were they your idols?
Magic more so than Larry. I couldn't stand the Celtics because I was a big Laker fan. So, every time they play in the finals and Bird would come out on top, I'd be an upset individual. But I admired them for what they were able to accomplish, what they were able to do, and how much love they brought to the game.
It must be fantastic for you now that Magic is the vice president at LA. Does he help you out a lot?
Oh yeah, he gives me a lot of hints. Teaches me a lot about the game, on and off the court. Some of the mistakes that he's made, he's kind of helped guide me in the right direction.
So you were a Lakers fan through and through, were you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I've been a Lakers fan as far as I can remember, and to be on this team, right now that I looked up to is a dream come true.
It must be fantastic. Take us back to your high school days in Pennsylvania. A 4-year starter, you smashed all types of records. When did you seriously consider bypassing college and going straight for the NBA?
It wasn't until my senior year. Other people started talking about it. It was something that I wanted to do inside, but I wasn't going to come out and say, enforce the issue. I wanted people to come to me and say, okay, well, you do have the potential to do such and such. It kind of opened the doors for me. And that's what happened. I went to ABC camp, basketball camp, Adidas basketball camp, and that helped launch my career, and it got me out there, and people were able to see me.
The Lakers had to trade Vlade Divac to Charlotte to get you in the draft. When did you know you were becoming a Laker? Was it before or after?
It was after. It was after because there's a lot of talk happening about our deal was being in progress. I didn't think it was going to go through. But when it went through, obviously I was a happy individual.
Were you surprised?
A little bit. I know Mr. West had told me that he wanted to draft me. And he wanted to work out a trade to get me in Los Angeles, but you never want to get too excited before it actually happens.
And what's it like when it really is the fulfillment of a dream that you have been thinking of since you were a little kid?
Oh, you can't describe it. You can't put it into words. There's not one particular feeling that you have. Your body sometimes just goes numb. You think about all the hard work that you put yourself through to get to that point.
You had an excellent rookie season, averaging nearly 8 points across the 71 games. What was the adjustment like from high school? I mean, did many things surprise you?
Not really. The only thing that surprised me was the travel. We had so much traveling to do, and so many practices in between those traveling days. So that was the only thing that kind of caught me off guard. But as far as in between the lines goes, all it is putting the ball through the hoop.
What about the pressure on court, though? People were taking a lot more notice of you from high school to NBA, huge jump.
It was a huge jump, but I was able to kind of slip through the back door because I was playing on a team with Shaq. And he kind of drew a lot of the spotlight off me, and I was able to sneak in there.
Did you learn a lot from him?
Of course. The way Shaq is able to deal with the pressure, the media, all the expectations that people put on him, he still has fun. He's a fierce competitor. So the way he's able to deal with both of those aspects is phenomenal to me.
You may or may not like the comparisons, but you are being compared to Michaell Jordan. What's that like?
It's an honor. It's a great compliment for me personally. But the only reason people make comparisons is just so they can relate themselves better with the new player coming up. I think comparisons with Michael are going to fade out as the years go on, and I establish my own identity.
What about your popularity with fans, though? Are you surprised at how much the kids like you? I mean,
Sure, of course. I really didn't expect this, not this fast. But I'm very thankful. I thank the fans dearly for coming out and showing their support. For something that I love to do. I work very hard at doing.
what about being voted into the starting lineup of the All-Star team? What was that like?
Very unexpected. Very unexpected. I had no idea. Matter of fact, I didn't think I was going to be on the team. Because a couple of days before, a coach came up and told me, I was like at the tail end, of the guards as far as lineup goes. And a couple of days later, I made a big jump. So, just thank the fans.
You were the youngest ever to make an All-Star team. Do you look at all these records that you're breaking? Do they count for anything to you?
I think when it's all said and done, and I retired, I look back on my career, I think, it's going to mean so much to me. Right now, it's hard to grasp because I'm constantly moving, constantly moving forward. But I think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to hit me.
Away from the court, when you're not pounding the boards, what do you like to do?
Man, that's such a long time ago.
No time off court?
No, I really like to focus in on what I'm doing, and there's no time to rest until I get those rings.
Finally, we'd love to see you on the court here in Australia. Sydney 2000, the Olympics. Do you think you'll be back in?
I hope so. All depends what's going to happen these next 2 years. God willing, I'll stay healthy.
Kobe, thank you very much for your time and good luck with LA.
Thank you.